What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. It's another Monday morning. Y'all know what we do. We motivate, get moving on Monday mornings. Coming to you from the lab, coming off a weekend. This weekend had a great event that I went to. The Ravens won, so it was a good weekend. But this weekend, as I was at the event, phenomenal jazz brunch event, that was presented by Miss Catherine Trotter and CTR Strategy Solutions at the CSN Network studio right here in Baltimore. But it was an absolutely just a phenomenal event. If you missed it, you missed it. It was an experience, and we're going to talk about that today, because we're going to talk about, as I was at the event, doing the different things that we were doing at the event. In each of the events that she has had earlier this year over in DC, it was about the upgrade. When we moved to the studio that she's in right now, it was about the C-suite, where collaborations happen. And then this past Saturday, jazz brunch, and it was simply the ride. It was an absolute ride. So I thought about that, and I thought that would be a great topic for this week, called the ride. And when it comes to entrepreneurs, you want to take people on a ride. And what do I mean by ride? Is this, and you want to make sure that when when you talk about your business, your brand, your products and services, you want to give people these particular things. You want to make sure that these particular things, and this is what we're going to talk about this week. We're going to talk about the things being: is it relatable, or is it relevant and relatable? That's the R. The R can be: is it relevant? Is it relatable? Can people relate to it? Can they relate to your product or service? Is it reliable? Is it a product that people can count on time and time again? Because people want something that they can depend on. When you think about the products that you use them. Why? Because you can relate to them, or they're reliable. And I'm gonna get back into that. But the I is important. What is important? How, do you make your product or service important to you? Is it a priority to you? Is it a priority to the others? Hey, Dr. Levon, how are you? Good morning, Monday morning. The D is for develop. And the E is for experience. So that's what we're going to talk about this week. We're going to talk about the ride. We're going to talk about the ride. What ride? How you taking your clients, your customers, and those that will be a part of your business, your brand ecosystem. How do you take them on a ride? So what do we need to do to make something relevant and relatable? You want to take a look at the times, and this is what I tell entrepreneurs. As entrepreneurs, you don't want to just catch on to something that's hot, something that's right now, something that's trendy, because those things that are trendy, they tend to kind of come and go. Trends come and go. But what we notice about something that has sustainability, and that's that you want to have as a entrepreneur. You want to have something that's sustainable and that has sustainability, that can stand the test of time. There's nothing better than hearing a classic song that sounds just as good today as it did back when it originally came out. So that's what you want to make sure of, is that your product, your services are relevant in that way, where you can, people can use it today, tomorrow, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Is it going to have that relevancy? So you want to think about that. And can people relate to it? How do people relate to what it is that you are, that you're saying, but then two, how are they relating to your product or your service that you have? Is it something that they can relate to, that they can understand why they need it? Can they understand the benefits, the need of it? Because you want to make sure that people see the benefits. When people see the benefits of something, they see the value that it has. Not just the monetary value, but just the value itself and what they come away with. You know, when value is something, when people, because value is something that's individual. Because what I may value may not be what someone else values. What you value may not be what someone else values. So you want to make sure that people see the relevancy, and they see the relevancy. When they can see the relevancy, then they can see the benefit. When they see the benefit, then they see the value in it, and that will keep them coming back again and again and again and again, to use your product, to purchase your product, to use your services, and those things that you have to offer to them. But that's how you have to build that. You have to build that. I think I told this story once before, where I was watching a commercial. It was a Crest commercial, and I was watching a young man that brushed his teeth, and it was a commercial about how good Sprite is. I mean, Sprite, how good Crest was, and what it could do for you. And this young brother had a beautiful smile and everything else, and so he brushed his teeth with Crest, and so he's out, and and this young lady approaches him. And so the commercial was just about him, being out, people seeing the smile. This young lady notices him, notices his smile and everything like that. So that commercial made Crest relevant to me, because I'm like, wow, I want to have a nice smile. I want people to notice my nice smile that I have. So when you can have something that's relatable to people, you will kind of get them moving toward your product and services. So think about that this week. Think about how your product is relevant. Think about how it's relatable, or how you can make it relevant, and how you can make it relatable. Because the more relevant it is, the more relatable it is, the more likely people are to buy the product, to buy the service, or use the services, because they see the relevancy in it. They see how one, it relates to them because of the need that it may be for them, but then also they also see the relevancy of it, the relevancy and the relatability. They can relate to it. Wow, that's something I know before. I've seen, like I said, I've had people tell me about my smile, so I can relate to that. And I've used that, has either happened to someone I know, or that might have happened to me before. So I want that. I want to be able to have that, and that'll get people to come to you time and time again. And even when you are looking at developing partnerships and collaborations, you certainly want to ask yourself that question: can you relate to that person? And is that person someone that that can be? Do we have any relevancy to each other? So that's the first step, and what we're talking about in the ride this week. Because I want y'all. Hope y'all can ride with me this week. Hopefully you can ride with me this week, and you understand what I'm saying. Where this entrepreneurship journey, it is, you want to make sure that you have these established pieces as you grow your business, as you market your business, as you grow your brand, as you build your brand, as you look into being in front of your target market, your target audience. You want to make sure that your product and service is relevant, and you want to make sure that it's relatable. Relevant, and make sure that it's relatable. Those are two. That's the R in ride. So, like I said, we're gonna talk about the ride this week. But today, as you go through your day, think about what's your product. Ask yourself about your product. Is it relevant, and is it relatable? How do I make my product, my services relevant, and how do I make them relatable? And you work on assess those assignments to do that. What do you need to do today? What do you need to do the rest of this week to be relevant and to be relatable? That's what I want you to do today. That's your assignment for today. Um, Go through this day, and whether it's conversation, whether it's an email, whether it's whatever you do for your business today, ask yourself that question: is it relevant and is it relatable? That's what I want you to do. That's what we're doing this week on the ride as we ride this week. I want y'all to have a fantastic Monday. I want you to enjoy the Monday. We're 2 weeks, 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks in 2022, y'all. So we want to go into 2023 being relevant, being relatable, and being on task when it comes to our business, our brand, and doing what we need to do. So I hope this helps somebody out. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Hope you'll are off to a great week. We want you to have a super fantastic week. Let's go to work, y'all. Let's go to work. Let's go ride. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great day.